Hi, this is David Bedford. Welcome back to another episode of Liverpool, birthplace of the Beatles. And this time we're going to go and explore one of Paul McCartney's houses, the most famous one, the one where he lived from the age of 13. That's at 20 Forthlin Road. So Paul lived in a number of houses. This was actually the 7th house that Paul had lived in by the time he was 13. So many moves, born up in Allerton Hospital in the north of Liverpool, lived up in Anfield, lived on the Wirral, lived out in Knowsley, lived in Everton, moved up to Speke, moved to another house in Speke, and then 1955 they made the move from 12 Ardwick Road to 20 Forthlin Road. So Mary wanted to move from working class Speke and move up the social ladder. And so they came here to Allerton, a lower middle class area, and came to this property here, which is number 20 Forthlin Road. And it was a real nice house. Paul's bedroom was just above the front door. This had a toilet indoors and outside. And Paul loved the fact that you could run around the house indoors in a complete circle. So it was a lovely place to come. Nice garden at the front, garden at the back. Very good for Jim McCartney, Paul's dad. He was very keen on his gardening. And this was important for the Beatles in a lot of ways, because sadly at the end of 1956, Mary McCartney died of breast cancer. Paul was only 14 and he was devastated. You know, what was he to do? 2 weeks after he lost his mum, Paul discovered Lonnie Donegan playing at the Liverpool Empire. He swapped his trumpet for a guitar and never looked back. His first song was I Lost My Little Girl, and no matter how cryptic you want to be, obviously that was about the loss of his mum. And his mum would feature in other songs, particularly Let It Be. But this house then became very important from a Beatles point of view, because with Jim at work, the house was empty during the day. So John and Paul would skip out of school, come to the front room here, and they would write songs together. This was a crucial place. This is where Jim McCartney himself, a very good musician, who taught Paul to play piano. And even though Paul never learned to read or write music, he discovered a house that had always been full of music, and that inspired him. The house is now owned by the National Trust, and they run tours which can go inside this house and John Lennon's house, where he lived with his Aunt Mimi at Mendips. It's a really good tour, highly recommend it. And they've taken back the house to what it would have looked like in the 1950s when Paul was living here. And of course he had the great help of Paul's brother Mike, who took a lot of photographs inside, so they knew what the furniture was like, the wallpaper was like. And Mike did some fantastic photographs of John and Paul writing songs together. So here yet again we've got such an important place in Beatles history. 20 Forthlin Road, where Paul McCartney lived from the age of 13, where he and John wrote some great songs, and where Paul got the inspiration to become a musician. And even though it meant he lost his mum at such a young age, he was inspired in this place to create so much great music. And now you can come and visit the house, not just from the outside, but go inside on the National Trust tour. So join me next time on another edition of Liverpool, birthplace of the Beatles. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like it really does help us and encourage us as well. And if there's other places you want to see, you want us to go and cover, then just let us know in the comments. Thank you.